Up next, we have Charlie from Body and Mind Canine.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Charlie. I'm Mary Kate.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So you are one of the judges today
Yes.
for bark dancing, and you've been doing some bark dancing stuff. What is the bark dancing area right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So bark dancing, it's basically we created 4 different dance steps for dogs, and it's a chance for owners and their dog to kind of bond together and go over a few different movements. But also in my training, I do a lot of fitness. So if the dogs do all 4 moves 3 times a day, it's a nice little all-body HIIT workout for them.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you own Body and Mind Canine,
Yes, I do.
which it's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You and other coaches, I was reading, teach empowering training methods.
Yes.
So trying to give the pet parent that empowerment when they're training. So can you
Yes.
give me a little bit more information about that?
So we're a judgment-free zone, basically. So whatever dog's in front of us, that's how we train the dog. So
Right.
we get everything from like a super stubborn dog that maybe we need to use some tools on them. But most of our stuff is positive treats. But we're not gonna bash anybody for whatever they use.
Right. Whatever works.
Whatever works for them and that team, we're gonna empower them and teach them how to use it safely and properly.
Right. And I know for me, like, me being confident in training my dog,
Yeah.
I think that's a huge thing, because
Yes.
a dog, they're pretty confident, little things.
For the most part.
But me, I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know if I'm doing this right. So I feel like it's pet parent and the pet.
Yeah, and that's where our coaching comes in. That's why we call ourselves dog lifestyle coaching, because
Got
we're
it.
really coaching the pet parent on how to move through life with their dog,
Got
right?
it.
The dog's just like looking to their owner like, help, what
Right.
are we supposed to do?
Like-
and so I'm telling the pet owner, this is what you're gonna tell them, right? This is how
it.
we're gonna move through.
Okay, I need to hire your services
Yes.
immediately.
Let's go, we're in Long
'cause
Beach.
I know that my dog, he knows how to work the system with me. He's got me wrapped around his
Yes.
little paw.
He knows the levers to pull.
Oh my gosh, and I fall for it every time.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Those
he's just
eyes.
so cute. He's got a little beard, and I love it.
They get us every time.
Every time. So what other services do you have? Like,
Yeah.
can you go over some of the services and explain to people at home how they can book you and what
Absolutely.
services they could book?
So we do private sessions and group classes. Our dog coaching, like I said, is me coaching the pet owner with the dog there, but I also do just training where the people can drop off their dog for an hour
Okay.
or the full day, and we'll do the training, and then they get a mini coaching session when they come back to pick up the dog. And I also do a group class where it's a phases, so all the dogs are on different levels,
Right.
and they slowly move through the different 4 phases, so that your shy dog is with more confident dogs, so everybody can kind of get powered up and build a dog community with the people.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. What's been your most challenging, you think? I mean, you don't have to name names.
Yeah.
It might be my dog when I come in, but what has been your most challenging kind of
Absolutely.
story?
The dogs that are scared of things. I have a dog who is probably my favorite dog, and he's the most challenging, and if she's watching, she knows who I'm talking about. He's terrified of bicycles.
Oh.
Absolutely petrified, and everything we've tried with him that normally you would do doesn't work, so we've had to completely flip the scale, and everything you think wouldn't work is what works for him.
Really? So what
Yes.
would you do in that kind of situation where you do have something, maybe a little more unique, like
Yes,
being afraid
absolutely,
of bikes?
yes.
Sometimes maybe those original, ideas that you had, you might have to go back to the drawing board and come up with some other ideas.
So normally with a dog that's fearful, we're going to do a lot of counter conditioning, a lot of like treat and clicker work. He did not care. I mean, we've tried in the house in his favorite place with his favorite stuff, as safe as possible. The second he sees a tire of a bike, it's over.
Really?
So we actually had to go the opposite spectrum and apply a little bit more pressure onto him. And now he's like, let's go. We can do it. He's still scared of bikes, but he can work through it a little bit
He can
faster,
work-
right? And that's all we care about.
I mean, it's so crazy because there are dogs who nothing had happened with this certain thing, but
Exactly.
it's just
It's
terrified.
That thing is scary. I've never seen it before. It's gonna get me.
I mean, I get it. I'm afraid of balloons, so I feel like
I'm
this-
petrified of snakes. Nothing's ever happened,
But
but no way, man.
yeah, snakes, balloons, definitely. Balloons are super rational fear. So what? So your most challenging. What's been your best, success story?
Oh man, I honestly want to say my own dog, and yesterday was her big success. I've had her for 5 years now, and she came from the side of the road. She's 10 pounds. She is vicious, and I mean vicious. But yesterday we did our first pack hike, and she did so amazing. There was like 27 dogs there, and she just was like, let's go.
Wow.
And so I was a proud dad moment for that.
Well, she definitely picked the right dad.
Yes.
got to get that training down and
Exactly.
figured it out. I mean, that's incredible.
It was a
so how
huge
long did it
moment.
take to get her to that point?
It has been incremental for the last 5 years. So that's the
Wow.
important part for people to know is if you have a severely reactive dog
Yes.
and you go to a trainer and you're like, those sessions didn't work, it's really about sticking with it.
Right,
It's
yeah.
sticking with it and not giving up on your dog.
Yeah, what are some other tips that you can give to pet parents about how to stick to that training? I know
Yeah.
consistency obviously is a big one.
My favorite thing, and is a little unconventional, is hire multiple trainers. So
Really?
a lot of my people will hire me for certain things, but also have trainers on the side for other things. It's having a team around you,
Right.
Your vet, your groomer, and then a multiple trainers. It's the best way to invest your money in your dog.
Right. I mean, because
Yeah.
everyone kind of has their own
specialty.
niche, and they can help with that. and
Exactly.
That's incredible. That is so cool. I
Yes.
mean, I will definitely be bringing my dog Zero.
Zero?
Might be
Yeah.
your most challenging.
We'll see about that.
But I don't know, maybe 5 years. That seems like a long
Yeah.
time. He's a Jack Russell mix.
So mine's a Jack Russell Dachshund.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
that makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense.
We
That's-
also offer free classes in Long Beach 3 times a week, so you can
Oh.
come check those out as well.
Okay, I will definitely be there. Well,
Absolutely.
Charlie is going to get back to bark dancing
Yeah.
and going to judge later. Thank you so much,
Awesome.
Charlie,
Thank you
for
so much
being
for
here. I
having
really
me.
appreciate it,
Awesome.
and I will be filling out the form on your website after this.
Perfect. Thanks for having me.
Bye. Thank you. All right. After this commercial break, I will be talking to SoCal Wiener Fest, as well as popular influencer account, the Cat Mom, Khaleesi Cat, and Mary Alex. So stay tuned.